my watch begins. About 10 miles offshore, and my only point of reference is the blinking lighthouse. South of Half Moon Bay, but north of Santa Cruz. Good morning. Garrett stood watch until his eyes got heavy, then passed the helm to me. No sunrise, the sky just slowly got brighter, and I began to make out the beginning of Monterey Bay. Light and fluky winds, we motor sailed, having the main and staysail up to ease the ride and help steer the boat. Been on watch about 2 hours now, and Garrett stayed here up on deck for the first hour and a half maybe, and then I was able to finally convince him just to go down below where it's warm and let me take a proper shift, and so he made me clip in. Right over my shoulder, that's Santa Cruz. When I got up this morning, this is basically all I have to do. Just a little bit of a touch, and then she gets right back onto her course. We don't have a line or anything, it's just left. Just amazing to be back on the water. Nobody's around. It's quiet. I mean, minus the engine. Around this point is Santa Cruz. Then, like a big horseshoe, is the bay, until the next point where Monterey lies. Behind us, San Francisco, and the last 7 years of our landlocked life. Dolphins! Come back! Oh, I wonder if that's like a pilot whale. There he is! Dolphins at the bow! If Garrett were awake, we could go up. Ah! They're so fast! Garrett, dolphins! So beautiful. Oh, that was so cool.
You undo that sheet.
We're gonna roll out the Yankee, shake out the reef in the main, see if we gain some speed. Sleepy, sleepy. Ooh. Scared him. We're able to get an updated weather forecast on my phone, and things have gotten quite gusty beyond this point for this evening. So we've decided to go ahead and just pull into Monterey. I think we're about like 28 nautical miles out, so we should be there sort of later afternoon.
It's pretty amazing. Even under power with very little wind, you know, you just have a sail up and trim it, then you don't have to touch the helm. We've been going for like 14 hours?
14 hours,
14 hours straight. And little adjustments here and there, but that's about it.
Yeah. We're basically pointing at Santa Cruz right now, but we decided to go ahead and go a little bit further. Santa Cruz is like 10 miles closer from our position currently. And yeah, still making great speed. Ooh, 5.7. But yeah, so it says 26.8 miles. We've done 72 miles so far. It'll be about 100 miles by the time we get into Monterey.
We called the Monterey Harbor office to see if they'd give us a slip for the evening.
Oh, perfect. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, they said it's 50 feet by 17 feet, so should be plenty of room for the big girl.
So we're getting a slip for the night, and that means a shower. A shower.
Oh man, this is gonna be luxury. Gonna take a long shower, soap, shampoo. No, I think a good night's sleep will be much, much needed.
Yes.
For another overnight passage.
Yes.
Even tomorrow morning, and one more overnighter, then we'll be in Morro Bay.
Yes.
My hometown and Rediviva's home port, even though she's never been there.
We got the fenders out and aimed for the fuel dock first. We just motored 20 hours straight. Thumbs up for the engine. we switched the Danforth out for the Bruce and filled the water tank. We grabbed a pint on shore, took a shower, then passed out. It was so quiet and still, we could have slept for days. But our home port was calling us, and our weather window was closing. So just given the weather one last check, I was able to get reception pretty far offshore. I mean, we were probably a maximum of like 12 miles offshore yesterday. Last time that we were cruising, a lot of the wind forecast models and things either didn't exist or we didn't have the technology to use it. So I'm used to just getting one weather forecast and making an educated decision off of that. Now I have like 9 different things that I can check. Sometimes they all agree with each other and sometimes they don't. We calculated out the distance and we've got about 120 miles to do today to get to Morro Bay. And so 120 miles, we're guessing we average about 5 knots, and so that means it's about a 24-hour run. So it's going to be overnight, hoping to pull in somewhere between 6 and 7 tomorrow morning. It's gonna be a little interesting because I have a video to do, so I might have to get creative because I also don't want to miss sailing the boat. So I might have to put in a couple hours when we're just motoring, and then if we do get some wind, then I can hop on deck and help Garrett and have some fun. So I think it's gonna be good. Both got an amazing sleep last night. It is so still here and everyone was so nice on shore, and I could not believe it. It's 89 cents a foot during their busy months, and it's like, I forget what the off-season price was, but it was less. 89 cents a foot per night. So we only paid $41.50 to stay here in the slip. And in Sausalito, places for guest slips just for one night were $2.50 a foot. And we've discovered we're in a 50-foot slip. We need 50 feet with the bowsprit and the solar array on the back. So it'd be $125 just for a night to tie the boat up in Sausalito. We checked in, paid. We walked by a pub. We saw people drinking tap beer and we couldn't resist. So we had a pint, some pub grub, and then came back here, got a couple chores done on the boat. The boat was a mess, so I tidied a bunch of things, organized a few more things because we kind of left in a hurry. And Garrett changed out our anchor. So we're no longer on the Danforth because we're no longer in mud. It's mostly sandy bottom and Garrett prefers the Bruce. So we've got a 65-pound Bruce hanging on the rollers there. And he did a full engine check, checked the oil, checked nuts, bolts, see if anything's loose, anything wiggled, and on the drive line because we ran for 20 hours yesterday. Sun's peeking out now. You got plenty of space over here. You're clear. Oh, that looks beautiful. So how good did you sleep?
Man, I was watching a show and I don't even remember really starting it. I just remember waking up really briefly at some point at night to you reaching over and shutting the laptop down.
Yeah.
But yeah, slept really good.
Yeah, these guys got the spot. As we headed out, the fog slowly grabbed hold of us. This meant we relied heavily on our GPS and ears. We don't yet have radar or AIS installed, but Garrett hung our radar reflector in hopes others could at least see us. Can't hardly see it, but there's a buoy over there, I think. So that's the buoy we wanted to watch out for. We're that close. What's that? We're less than 0.3 nautical miles away from it. And you can barely see it right there. Give you a 360 here at the view. Yep. Yeah, we passed it. Should be off our port quarter now. That's the chore. Got the staysail and main. Main's reefed, double reefed, just to help us out a little bit. But we're still seeing south wind, so it's not clocked around yet. And it looks like we might have this pretty dense fog with us all day. But it's so dense that it's just dripping off the boat. So the sails will get a nice bath as well as the boat. It's just dripping down the mizzen mast across the deck. Garrett's rigging up the pole, but we do have the hand line dragging. We'll see what happens.
Need to catch some fish so I can make fish tacos.
Yeah. Just starting to barely make out Point Sur there. Yeah, so that shadow there, that's the Point Sur. We're getting some blue sky peeking out here and there.
Oh man, it's totally breaking now. We've just been engulfed in fog since we left it about 6:30-ish this morning, and now it's just opening up. It's so pretty. The water's just turning a beautiful shade of blue. Hopefully we'll be able to strip these off in a little bit. We probably had like maybe 100 yards of visibility.
Yeah, it was tight.
Yeah, it's a little sketchy. Yeah, it's been really fun being out here, just really getting to know the boat and just, you know, see how she behaves and learning exactly, starting to learn exactly the little tweaks and stuff to do with the sails, whether you're sailing, motor sailing, or anything like that. And yeah, she just steers herself so well, it's incredible. I'm sure people might be wondering, since the wind is so light and we're motor sailing, why we have a double reefed main. But the main set's really, really nice and flat. when it's reefed down, and she just does great when you're motor sailing to weather with this setup. If you have the main shorten and have the staysail up and have the staysail slightly oversheeted, and that keeps her from coming up into the wind too much, and then she just kind of locks in really nicely.
And obviously this little back and forth, eventually some sort of preventer or whatever.
Yeah.
Just to keep her over. I mean, right now we could just throw a line on it, but for the most part it hasn't been so bad.
Well, there's almost no wind at all, so she's not really doing much with the sails. But that being said, it's amazing, even just under power, even when the wind dies, she still steers herself so beautifully. 120, 130 nautical miles under her keel now, and she's been steering herself the whole time.
What more could you ask for?
Not much.
Up next, we successfully pull into Rediviva's home port and celebrate her first 220 nautical mile ocean passage.